It's a special day because I'm in San Francisco, and specifically, I'm in San Francisco's world-famous Chinatown. Here, the history of the neighborhood is palpable, and the energy is high. Food abounds, and an old-school charm prevails. One spot harkens back to a bygone era. It offers up a unique blend of Chinese and Chinese-American food. You literally won't find their food anywhere else. It's a special place. It's a special day. It's a special episode. It's Chinatown, San Francisco. Come along. It's going to be memorable on today's episode. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm in San Francisco, California. San Francisco, Chinatown specifically. And this is a venerable place, a very well-known Chinese enclave here in the United States, in North America, frankly. And I went to a place called Ting, or otherwise known as the Pork Chop House. And as I was ordering, the waitress or the proprietress, the clerk, the woman taking my order, I'm trying to say, she said that the restaurant, Pork Chop House, has been open since 1909. If that's the case, it's been open for a very long time. And just as a matter of orientation, they don't serve authentic Chinese food per se, as that term is best understood, authentic Chinese food. And it's not quite, the classic Chinese American fare. So they basically have their own version of Chinese food. They are very distinct. That's one of the reasons why I went to Pork Chop House today. They have they really have their own menu, their own distinctive Chinese cuisine, their own take on Chinese cuisine. It's Western influenced, it's Chinese influenced, it's Toisan, Cantonese influenced. So it's an amalgam of all those things. And their signature dish is roast pork on rice with their famous orange gravy. Despite being called Pork Chop House, their signature dish is not the pork chop itself, but the roast pork with gravy. And they are well known for having an orange-colored gravy. And I think very few people can figure out why it's the color that it is. But let me get to it. The roast pork with the gravy, orange gravy. Okay, as I'm looking down on it, you can see a very generous helping of pork, roast pork with the signature aforementioned orange gravy. It's actually kind of brownish orange, unlike the conventional roast pork you might find at any given Chinese restaurant. It has bones. It's a bone-in roast pork, and it would be just naturally colored. It doesn't have that distinctive characteristic, or not orange, distinctive red Chinese char siu barbecue color to it. It doesn't have that. Without the gravy, it would be kind of just natural looking. Oh, and there's one dumpling. Let me try it out. Oh. Mm. Wow. Okay. First of all, it's very tender. And there's a palpable saltiness to it, as if it were brined, in some sort of solution that makes it tender. Oh, wow. Mmm. Mmm. And the gravy, this distinctive gravy, tastes faintly like your Thanksgiving turkey gravy. I mean, it has that kind of characteristic about it. Wow. That pork is extremely tender. The pork itself would be naturally colored. They don't doctor it up with too much presentation and color. They don't grill it or anything like that. They just pour the gravy over it. Oh, there's cabbage in here too. Wow. It's like the cabbage you would find, in a corned beef and cabbage preparation. Soft, touched by that same brininess. Well, not brininess, but that kind of salty brine has touched this and blessed this. And it's good. You need a little bit of vegetation to go with the meat. Oh, rice. Oh, let me grab this one piece with the bone. Oh, wow. 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 Meat on the bone does taste better. Wow. And they are very generous with the portion. Look at this. There is just there's an ample, overwhelming supply of pork. Not supply, but serving of pork. Wow. And then, depending on what piece you pick up, it's alternatingly lean and fatty. Wow. Okay. An unequivocally delicious dish. This is a winner. Okay, let me take a brief interlude and try the complimentary soup that came with my meal. The woman who took my order, the waitress / clerk, she said that the soup of the day is, I asked her, she said apple soup. There's carrots in here. You can see carrots in here. And there are pieces or slices of apple in here. Let me just try the broth. Wow. So I think it's pork based. Like they probably boil the soup with pork bones, pork stock, and then they throw in carrots and apples in there to sweeten it up. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Ooh, that is delicious. There's a sweetness to the soup due to the apples and the carrots. Okay, the next dish I'm going to show you is the oxtails, another popular, very popular dish at Pork Chop House, and they douse it with the same signature orange gravy. And you know, how often do you see oxtails on a menu at a Chinese restaurant? Again, they have their own version of Chinese food. I mean, oxtails, you wouldn't find it in authentic, you know, Hong Kong or Cantonese cuisine, and you don't find oxtails in the traditional pantheon of dishes in Chinese American fare. So oxtails, it's their own version of Chinese food, as I said, and it comes with another dumpling. I didn't have the dumpling in the prior roast pork entree, so let me try this dumpling. I'm sure it's the same one. You get a complimentary dumpling and pan-fried dumpling in each entree. Yeah, it's a pork dumpling. It's a pork dumpling. It's very savory. The skin is nice and pan-fried, and it's a little bit thick. I noticed that the Cantonese and the Toisan folks don't usually consume a whole lot of dumplings, and you can hear Toisan, the Toisan dialect being spoken inside the restaurant in the kitchen. And I picked that up, and so yeah, from my understanding and from my personal experience, the Toisan / Cantonese dumplings, especially the old school ones, tend to be thicker. The skin, I mean. That's good. Wow. You don't even need any hot sauce or hot oil or soy sauce. It goes down real easy. Okay, let me dig into the the actual oxtail meat. As I'm poking at it, I can tell it's very soft, very tender. Ooh, nice and lathered. Wow. Wow, that is decadent. Now, when I usually eat oxtails, it's usually from a Jamaican restaurant, a Jamaican takeout place. That's usually where I get my oxtail fill when I'm craving oxtails. Wow. And you know it's soft and tender and cooked properly when you can take that oxtail piece and just roll it around in your mouth and extracting the meat with your tongue and your teeth. Ooh. Wow. This orange carrot was completely camouflaged by the orange gravy. I didn't even know it was there. Look, it's a huge carrot. Cooked to perfection. Wow. 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 Ooh, what is this? What is... Wow. Potato. Carrots and potatoes? See what I mean? I mean, how often would you find potatoes and carrots in a viscous gravy like this in Chinese in a Chinese preparation? So it's very Western influence, as you can see, the cooking here, and wow, it's good. I mean, this orange gravy is not quite like the traditional kind of brown gravy that you would find in Chinese American takeout places or Chinese American restaurants that serve egg foo young, for example. That's that's also very viscous, like this, and thick, but it's not orange. It's brown. Mmm. The oxtails are cooked to perfection, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow. I guess I'm on an adjacent street, or maybe this is an alley. There are a lot of alleys in Chinatown here in San Francisco that are basically streets. I mean, people walk down these alleyways like major thoroughfares, basically. That building right next to me, I can hear Toisan being spoken, the Toisan dialect. You know, there's some sort of social club or maybe a mahjong club meeting right here in this adjacent building. Okay, I ordered another dish, another entree. I wanted to sample another item, and the waitress or the proprietress, the woman taking my order, she recommended the beef brisket, and she was quite adamant about it, saying that I should get this and that it was another very popular dish and that I shouldn't leave without trying it. And it looks more conventional, as it were, because it doesn't have that orange gravy. Oh, let me look at it. It has, it has a traditional color to it. Brisket is a very common meat in the, I guess, the Cantonese Toisan tradition. Wow. Wow. That is delicious. I've had a lot of brisket and tendons, you know, at Chinese places, Cantonese places over the years during my lifetime, and wow, this is very tender. But the thing that really hit me was the flavor of it. Stewed and braised to perfection with a strong star anise residual notes that kind of hit me. Wow. Those seasonings, those braising ingredients, including star anise, like I said, is very prominent, but not overly so. It's delicious and impeccably executed. Ooh, here's a very kind of sinewy, kind of very tendony, kind of membraney kind of piece. Wow. This piece, if you don't braise it correctly, can be very chewy, very tough. But they've nailed it basically. Wow, and they're very generous with the portions. Wow. Wow, cabbage. Traditionally, you would see this with white radish, lao bat in Cantonese. But they favor cabbage in their entrees, which is a very Western thing. They don't use, you know, Asian style cabbage either, like Napa cabbage. And frankly, I like the pairing because not only is it delicious, but again, it's their unique take on Chinese food and the way they use the Western influences. Again, it's like corned beef and cabbage it's brisket and cabbage, Chinese style. Wow, and it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. And there's a variety of pieces. Some more lean, some more fatty, tendony. So there's a variety. They don't just give you one kind of, it's not all lean, it's not all fatty. So you get a varied experience, different mouth feels as you're moving your way through this entree. I mean, when you stir fry meat in, even, Chinese cuisine or Chinese American cuisine, you have little slices of it, like in beef and broccoli, for example, to use one example. You don't have large chunks and large pieces of meat because Chinese people tend not to like that. And so if you're stir frying chicken, kung pao chicken or, beef and broccoli or some, any number of dishes, the meats are sliced very bite-sized and the vegetables are chopped up bite-sized. And so that's usually how you find Chinese meats prepared. So you don't have like these huge pieces of pork bone in, as it were, in my first entree, and then the oxtails that are quite large and potentially cumbersome, and then you have the brisket here that are really large. So that's 3 entrees, and I'm quite full. Again, those are substantial items. They are very generous with their portions, and it's very meat-centric, very heavy with the meats, and so it's very filling. And I'm very satisfied and very happy having visited New Lun Ting, or AKA the Pork Chop House, a venerable institution, and I don't use that word lightly, an institution in San Francisco's Chinatown. And San Francisco Chinatown itself, what a venerable historic place it is. Is it the oldest Chinatown in the United States? It might very well be. And it has a very kind of lived-in kind of grittiness to it that I like. This is a living place, and it does have its touristy areas along Grant Avenue, I believe, where you have a lot of tourist and souvenir shops. But this maze, this labyrinth, this grid of streets that make up Chinatown here is just packed with restaurants, and a lot of old school restaurants that have been around for a long time. So I'm going to explore Chinatown a little bit after having completed this meal. Thank you for joining me today. Please leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you next time on my next food adventure. I'll wait for them to pass. More old-time Toy Sanese speakers. So as I was saying, please subscribe if you are so inclined, and please, again, leave a comment in the comment section. I'll catch you next time on my next food adventure. Take care. Bye-bye.